Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, An Aesthetic Nurse. Today's video is going to be all about what to include in your travel nurse contract before you sign. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. So if you follow me on Instagram or if you've watched my previous videos, then you know that I am currently on a travel assignment. It is in Columbus, Georgia. It is my first and last travel assignment. But I feel like I didn't really have much guidance. I feel like I kind of dove into travel nursing without doing enough research compared to some of my other colleagues that started with me. So I decided to make this video and give y'all a tea, as always, on what to include before you sign a travel nurse contract, or what to pay attention to. So, and I jot some notes down in my phone if you see me looking at it. The first thing that I have on my list is know when you start. What is the start date? This date is very important because you need to be able to get your home in order. You need to be able to let your family and friends know. If you currently have a job like I did, you need to be able to put in your 2 weeks notice and notify your employer and whoever else needs to be notified. So the start date is very important. If you're moving to California or overseas, you need to be able to make sure you have enough money on time to book a travel ticket, or make plans to get your vehicle to whatever state you're working in. So the start date is very important, and you want to make sure that it is a date that is ideal. The second thing that you need to pay attention to is the pay. I kind of just took the first offer that was offered to me. In Alabama and Georgia, the pay is pretty standard, so you'll probably make around $1,300 to $1,800 a week. It just depends on what company and what assignment. So just make sure you pay attention to the cost. Make sure that it's worth it. Make sure you take into consideration the taxes that are going to be withdrawn too, and where you're living and the cost of living there. So pay attention to the pay. That's very, very important. Another thing you want to know before you sign this contract, this isn't something to include, but you need to know what happens if you decide to call out. I decided to call out. My husband's family had a family reunion, and I tried to get someone to swap, and of course, no one could swap. And so I called out. I made it a point this year to put my family first, and so I called out. And the company sent me an email saying that I was going to have to reimburse them $320 per the professional service agreement, whatever. And so $320 something was withdrawn from my paycheck for the week, which was fine. I mean, I kind of expected that. So make sure you know what happens if you call out. Now, some companies, I think they give you sick days, and so you would still be reimbursed, but just make sure you find out what happens. And to avoid reimbursing the company, you can go ahead and pick up another day that week. That way you complete your 36 hours that you're supposed to work. Another thing you want to know before you sign this travel contract is, why do they need travelers? Is it because they had a mass exodus and the facility is terrible and the physicians are terrible, and so now they need travelers to just come and fill the void? Or is it because some of the nurses went on maternity leave, someone's sick? Usually that scenario is a better hospital to go into, but make sure you know the reason why. Know how many beds are in the unit. That's pretty self-explanatory. You want to know what scrub color. That way you can go ahead and prepare, buy some scrubs. Documentation system. This is important. As travelers, we only get 1 to 2 days of orientation, and no one has time to show you where to chart your Foley, where to chart lines and tubings, where to chart your eye and nose, where to chart your assessment, your heartbeat, your lung sounds. No one has time to baby you and show you all this stuff. You really need to be focused on where to find supplies, who are the physicians, and building relationships so you can know who to ask questions and who to call on. And so documentation is very important. Documentation system. This is something I did not pay attention to. Thank Jesus that the facility that I'm at uses Cerner, because that's what I use in the ER and ICU at my previous facility. So pay attention to what documentation system that this company uses. Before you sign this contract, you need to know how they schedule. I was told that the facility that I'm at self-schedules. lo and behold, the travelers get put wherever they need nurses. And so from December to January, I'm working every single freaking Sunday. So I can't make a plan on a Saturday night because I have to be in Georgia on Sunday. So know your weekends. Put in your contract that you're going to work every other weekend. And also in your contract, you need to schedule off days or holidays. I did not know that you could put in your contract that you wanted holidays off. One of my current colleagues that started with me, she put in her contract, I'm not working Thanksgiving, I'm not working Christmas, I'll work New Year's. And you know what happened? Her contract got approved and she's only working New Year's. So go ahead and make sure you put that in your contract. If you have a wedding, if you have an event, if you have a concert, go ahead and put those dates in that contract. And then last but not least, you want to know the nurse-patient ratio. This isn't something you can put in the contract, but just be aware before you sign a contract, because I'm currently in the ER and these patients are sick. These patients are pulmonary embolisms, congestive heart failures, like heart failures, STEMIs, NSTEMIs. Like these patients are sick. Septic shock patients. Like these patients aren't, my finger hurt, my toes hurt, my abdomen hurts. Like the facility I'm at is not a trauma facility, but these patients are sick. And so sometimes 4-to-1 patient-nurse ratio is not ideal. It's hard for me, and I feel like I can hold my own in an emergency room, in any emergency room. And that's still pretty hard for me to, like, you know, fully and adequately take care of my patients. And so just pay attention and ask the nurse-patient ratio before you sign a contract. That is all I have for you guys in my cell phone. If you have any questions or anything, comment down below. If there's any current travelers that have any more information or anything, any more guidance for anyone that's watching this video, go ahead and comment down below. I want us all to just be open and help each other out. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.